Okay, so here we go. We're going to go ahead and get started. I am going to review today the rules and regulations, which some of them have changed and some of them have not changed. We'll go over frequently asked questions. We'll go over the description of the events themselves. Some of them are a little bit different because they're going virtual. And then some of them we're going to kind of give you maybe a hybrid style, but we'll talk about all that. Some of the terms that we're going to use and also the drawing instructions. We'll review the new auction program itself, how the online bidding process is going to work, and then of course always how to get the most out of your sponsorship. So let's get, and then we'll have Q&A, but if you have Q&A along the way, it's just a small group, go ahead and just ask as you see fit. So we're going to go ahead and get started. So the same as with all of our auctions, whether they're in person or not, even proxy bidding, the bidder must be employed by an HAA member. We do not allow non-members to purchase events and meetings unless they are an actual member. We do ask one bidder per person, so only create an account for the person that's going to be responsible for the actual bidding online and also for the drawing items. I mean, you could have more than one person doing it, but you're just going to be competing against each other, so that doesn't make sense. That would be weird if you were driving up the price for your own company. So because of some of the unforeseen circumstances, and this is now more than ever, we don't always know what's going to happen. We have the program that we have today is just through November, December. We'll probably have another one of these later in the year for items that we don't know whether we can or cannot have as soon as we can have them. So events with 2 or more sponsors, it's going to go to the highest bidder. The thing that's different here versus the live auction is that we have 2 separate items. Let's just say, for instance, if it's an ACES luncheon, which typically has 2 sponsors, there are 2 different lots that are on the online version. So you'll have to watch both of them. And it's very possible that a sponsor may pay less than another. So keep an eye on both. They will go to the highest bidder each, probably about $100 difference, but keep an eye on it so that you can get in at the lowest possible price that you can. All sales are final. You are not able to transfer your sponsorship to another company. If you cannot make it for whatever reason, or you need to cancel for whatever reason, let us know and we'll be responsible for reselling it and making the arrangements for that. Payments will be made in accordance to the sponsorship auction policy, which is typically 30 days before the actual event. Some of the events that we have up for sale are going to be happening next week, in the next few weeks. So as soon as you get the invoices, when it will be due. Member company must be pre-registered to proxy bid. We're not doing proxy bids right now, so no need for that. And then just keep in mind that some of our HAA events and meetings are open to the general membership. So that means that sometimes a competing company might be able to participate in your event as well. So just know that. Let's move on. The payment policy. So you'll be invoiced 60 days prior to the event. And like I just said, any events that are going to be happening between now and the next 30 days, you'll get an invoice for that. So it'll be payable upon receipt. Failure to comply within the deadlines gives us the option to resell, but we hardly ever have that problem, thank goodness, knock on wood. If you can't, if for some reason you don't pay it and there's just, you disappear off the planet, again, not a problem with HAA members, but if that happens, you could be banned from further purchasing of events and meetings. Next item, we're going to talk about some of the descriptions and event terms that are displayed in our, did I go too far? I did. That are displayed in our program. So I'm just going to kind of give you the rundown of what some of those acronyms are. HAA loves acronyms just because everything's so long. But ACES events are, if you're looking for a executive level type of sponsorship, then you want to go for an ACES event. Those are all of your decision makers, supervisors and higher training and event managers are training and marketing people are included in that. So if you're interested in something where you're trying to concentrate to that group, look for those. They typically go for a little bit higher just because of the concentration and the level of participant with that. PAC committee meetings, those can either be a luncheon or some of them are now online. So if you are looking to get in front of owners, investors, higher level as well, there are some suppliers that attend those as well. But sometimes your supplier partner can be a customer too. So don't ever let that scare you off. But that's what the PAC is. It's all of our political action committee meetings. Blue Star certification programs are on the agenda to sell. That is a program that we have partnered with the Houston Police Department, and it kind of gives the managers an overview of what they look for to make sure that their property is certified as far as safety is concerned. That could be lighting, that could be landscaping, it could be access gates. If that's something that you do, you definitely want to try to look for one of those items. They're usually pretty affordable and heavily attended, so keep a lookout for those. The certification courses are our CAM, which is the Certified Apartment Manager. If that's who your target customer is, then go ahead and try to get one of those. We have some that are on the drawings and some that are on the live. I'll explain that in a second. The CAM-T is your Certified Apartment Maintenance Technician, which means those are your maintenance techs and supervisors. If that's your target audience, then you want to look for one of those. The CAPS is the Certified Apartment Portfolio Supervisor. That's your higher level. Sometimes the senior manager and the supervisors are the people that take that. Less attended, maybe 12 to 15 people that will take that class. But again, you're dealing with the decision maker. So those are always good to try to get in on. General meetings, that means that any of the meetings and events that HAA has, except for specific types of meetings like ACEs, which is only supervisors, or if it's a next group, which is only 39 and under. Other than that, it's basically a general meeting, meaning anybody can go. If you're a member, you're able to register for that. So keep in mind about that when you're purchasing items as well. HAA Next is our young professionals group. They are 39 and younger. If you're wanting to get into that group, those are your up and comers. Not a bad idea to make relationships with them now. And then if you want to, if you're not 39 or younger, you're able to buy your way basically into their events and their meetings. So good way to get in front of them. The IROC or IROP is our Independent Rental Owners course, or the connection. These are people that they're not a firm, a management firm. They're basically the owner of the property. Some of them have smaller apartment communities. Some of them have thousands and thousands of units now. So if you're looking to deal with that particular owner and face-to-face and get into a network and build a relationship with them, those courses and those meetings are something that you should probably go for. Go-Getters meetings, those are our volunteers and recruiters. That's a committee for HAA that recruit new members to HAA. They're usually fun happy hours. Right now we do have 2 of those on the block. Hopefully we can have them in person. We're looking forward to that. NALP is our National Apartment Leasing Professional, which is the certification or the designation for your leasing professionals. If you have a service like a moving company or you are an electricity provider, those are really good because they're the ones that are moving people in, and they're the ones that are providing those referrals. So good group to get in with there. Our Product Service Council, you'll hear the PSC. That is a group of our suppliers that have been around. They're pretty much veterans. They've been around HAA. They understand what goes on with HAA. You probably see them. They're very good mentors. They give guidance. They're a wealth of knowledge and can point you in the right direction. I just like to throw that in there because we throw PSC around all the time. People always ask me what that is. So some of the package features, this is all in the descriptions of every single item that we have posted on the website, on the 32 Auctions website. So if you're looking for pre-event publicity, that means how are we going to promote your event and your sponsorship beforehand? It could be in a boat. It will be usually in the HAA this week, on our registration page, on our website calendar. You want to look for that just because you want people to, we want to kind of push and promote you as a company, as a sponsor to that. And we pretty much do that with all of our sponsors and events. You want to look for who attends and the number of people attending, what type of position they are. It will tell you, each item will tell you what level we target whenever we are hosting our events and meetings. So if you're looking for that supervisor level, it'll tell you how many. If you're looking for the maintenance technician, it will tell you how many we anticipate on coming to that particular event. I like to tell people, kind of think of it, if you're think about putting an amount on the per person, do it like if you got $1,000 to spend and there's 100 people, that's $10 a person. So try to figure out how much you're willing to spend per person on your sponsorship, and that'll kind of help you gauge what you think you should spend on a particular event. Some people are more than others, so just, depends on your budget. Event signage. You will get event signage at the event, or if it's virtual, it'll be online. You will able to have a commercial spot, whether we get to read your commercial for you, or if you can do the commercial yourself, or even if you want to post a video, we can do that too. Sometimes some of the things we've been doing lately is posting ads that people are running in the Abode magazine or the Buyer's Guide or something that they have on hand. We've been posting those while we read the commercial. So there's different ways that we can make sure that you get the most exposure from that. Product placement means, can I put my promotional items at this particular event? Of course, if it's not in person, you won't be able to, but if it is, then absolutely you can do promo items, do giveaways, bring your own signage, have your own table if you want. It just depends on the particular event that we've got set up. How many admissions do you get? That will be posted there too. Do you get 1? Do you get 2? Do you get 3? Do you get none? You know, most of the education courses, you don't really need an admission. You need to just show up at the beginning of the course, do your thing in the spotlight, and then go about your day. If you want to actually attend it, you can, and it'll let you know. For instance, for golf, we do have that on the auction block. Thank goodness. We definitely know we can have that event in person. There's plenty of opportunities to sponsor for that one. It will let you know how many spots you get with that particular item that you purchased. And then sometimes if it's limited, we do have space for you to buy a spot. That's sometimes an option as well. Not an option with golf, but some of our other events you can do that. Post-event photos is always fun. Are you going to get to be in the magazine after the event? And we give you more recognition there as well. And of course, the number of sponsors is important. Some people like exclusivity and some don't. You know, some don't care. It's up to you on what you think to maximize your company brand. And then the attendance list, super important. If you want to get an attendance list to all the people that were at the event, now I think in some of our virtual even, we're able to give you those contacts even if they didn't show up, which is awesome. So the attendance list is super important for follow-up. And then of course you can add them to your contact database for future reference. Drawing items, that's going to be a big deal because some of those items are a set amount, which means you're not in an auction bidding war. You're basically going to pay that particular amount for that particular item. So we have in the drawing boxes event lots A through V, I believe. It'll come up in a minute. But basically what you're doing is you're entering for a drawing. If you're interested, for instance, in the ace, no, that's not on the live auction. If you're interested in a golf hole, we have 16 spots for that. You would fill out a form. What that means is you're interested in it, doesn't guarantee, but if we draw your name for that particular item, you will win that item and that spot for that particular amount. You don't have to worry about it going up or costing more. So I'll explain a little bit about that as well. The drawing instructions, they are lots A through V. That's listed in the auction program guide. I am going to post in the chat just in a second the link to our page where it has the full program that you can download and print if you want to. It'll kind of give you a description, but it's also on the 32 Auctions website as well. So all of those items, we're talking about Blue Star. We've got some new things on here I want to point out. We've got the business exchange. We have not ever had that event sponsored, but we've always wondered why we didn't. We just never did. So now we're going to be able to do that. Really good item to get. It's got, it comes with, that event is sold out. That does come with 2 spots. So if you're interested in that, go for it. We've got 4 items there. Let's see, we've also got several political action committee meeting lunches. If it's virtual, it will say that it's virtual. If it turns into virtual, we will let you know. Again, we're just under so much uncertainty right now. We're not really sure what's going to happen next month, much less later in the fall. So we'll keep you posted for sure though. The deadline to enter into drawings is going to be August the 5th. That's this Wednesday at 11 a.m. sharp. Right at 11 a.m. we're going to cut it off. Kaylin and I will go through all of the entries. We'll draw the items and see who's won, and we'll notify everyone whether you've won or not, which events that you've won and how much they're going to cost you. So you will know how much you have spent before the live auction takes place the very next morning. Before I move on, any questions on the drawings? I think it looks complicated online, but it could be confusing. So if you have a question later, just let me know. Now, the online bidding process, this is the exciting stuff. So this is all new. Be very gentle with us. We're trying to make this as easy as possible for you. We really like the website. It seems very easy to navigate around. The link was provided for you, but so you can go ahead and create your account like I was saying earlier, and then go ahead and click to participate. Go and watch all the items that you want to watch. That way you'll be notified by the website. And of course, review everything as far as the live auction goes. Do all your homework, figure out which ones you want, favorite those items so that you can watch them. That live auction is going to take place on Thursday morning from 11 a.m. until 2 p.m. Right at 2 p.m. it will cut off. We won't even have control over that, except for the fact that if a particular item is bid on within the last 3 minutes of the cutoff time of 2 p.m., it will give that bidder the one that you just basically outbid, it'll give them another 3 minutes to bid. So it could go past 2 o'clock. It depends on how much of the back and forth that goes on. So just keep that in mind. It could go on past 2 p.m. The website is set up to where everything else will close if there are no other bidders. Keep in mind too that events that have more than one sponsorship slot, there will be, in fact, you know what, let me stop my share real quick and I'm going to go and to the website. Actually, I don't think I have to do that. No, I'll just explain it to you. So for instance, ACES is lot number 1. We have 2 slots for that. There are 2 different slots on the auction website. You know what, I am going to share with y'all. That's probably easier. I did not practice this at all, y'all. I just started doing it. I just jumped on here. So please be patient with me. I appreciate you. Let's see. I'm going to stop that share and then I'm going to go. Hi, my face got bigger. I'm going to share the auction one, if it will let me. Here it is. Hopefully you can see it. So for instance, on Wednesday at 11 a.m., all of the drawing items will go away, lots A through B. All of these will disappear. And then starting with lot number 1, you'll see there's 2 different ones here. They both start at $1,000. We're very much hoping to have this event. If not, it might be rescheduled, but it is a really good item to bid on. So someone could go in and bid $1,000 and then someone could come behind them and do $1,100. Then you can have the second item where someone could bid for $1,100. This can go on back and forth. Again, if you're interested in an item that has more than 2 sponsorship slots, keep an eye on both of them because you could get a better deal on one, but you are probably going to end up paying about the same amount if that makes sense. The bidding again will close at 2 p.m. and I'm going to switch back to let me switch back to the PowerPoint. Here we go. Now, messing this up here. Bidding's going to close at 2 p.m. You will be notified that you are the winner. I will also contact you to let you know and kind of give you a rundown of everything, and then you can confirm that with me. Some of the frequently asked questions that we get are, what do I get for my money? Well, all the descriptions will be in each of the items that are on the website that lets you know. If you're not sure how much do events cost, go to our website and you will be able to look up all of the previous auctions that we've had in the past, where you can see what items went for sale, what they sold for, and who bought them. So if you're interested in that, I'm going to put that in the chat as well, real quick, if I can get there, and share that with you. But it's also on our website, so you can go and see it. But you'll be able to download it from all the past auctions that we've ever had so that you can kind of see and study that to give you, if you're the bidder or if you have to get approval, go ahead and do that and do a little bit of studying so you can kind of get a general idea of what that might cost you. Do I have to pay for food at my event? Sometimes people will call us and go, what do I bring for lunch? That's all you have to do is that one-time cost and show up and be in the spotlight. There's nothing else for you to do. You don't have to set up. You don't have to tear down. You don't have to do any of those things. We don't want you to do those things because that's what you're paying for. So simply just join and show up and make the most of it and go about your day. Hopefully you'll get some good leads. After the auction, we will, again, I'll let you know, but we will contact you to confirm with everything, but you'll have an event coordinator that will contact you too, at least if not right after, definitely 2 to 3 weeks prior to your event to let you know head count, location, do we need to get a commercial from you? Do we need to get a video from you? Whatever it is that we need from you that's conducive to your particular item, we will make sure that that's all taken care of for you and you're ready to go and prepared for your sponsorship. Send us your logo and let us, if you changed it or if you've got some particular new item, maybe it's a new product that you're getting ready to launch, share that with everyone. Let them know that that is taking place. There are some ideas that you can do to maximize your sponsorship, and I have a full 2-page idea dump that I'd like to share with everyone just to give them more than just showing up and doing a commercial. Some of the things that you can do are to get involved with the actual promotion of the event. You can promote it yourself. You don't have to rely just on us. If you want to put that in your social media, send out the notice to your current client base. Maybe they haven't been really all that in touch with HAA events and meetings, and maybe you can help drive those headcounts up as well, because that benefits you, of course. If you have an ad running with us, please share that. Let them know, hey, don't forget to check out our ad on page 73 of the Abode magazine. That's a good way to do it. The other thing that I've been thinking about is since we're going to be doing we may be doing a lot of things virtually, we do have the option to poll the attendees. So if you've got a question a burning question that you want to know, how many people are using, don't need PPE, what is it? You can do a little poll, if that's what you sell, do a little poll to get an idea, and then we'll share those poll results with you and the people that answered yes, if they need that particular product or service. So get creative. We're all trying to do the same thing, trying to make sure that everyone is trying to keep in touch and continue to network. So the staff is totally open to new ideas. If you've got something, we're more than likely going to be able to work with you. I think that's it for now as far as my part. So I don't see any questions. Will you send us an invite to the auction after we've set up our profile? You should be able, Kristen, when you go in there, it should let you favorite things and it will let you know that the auction has gone live. So once you hit participate, it should be able to notify you. But yes, I'm going to send out emails and reminders and just little notes and things to everybody every day until Thursday. So yes, I'm going to do the best that I can with that part of it. Anything else? Any other questions? Kaylin, did I miss anything? I know you can't see me, but if you have a question in there that I didn't cover, just type it in there. If not, thank you for joining me once again. And if you have questions after this, just email me. I'm here, asharbandi@haaonline.org, and I will help you and point you in the right direction. So with that, I will go ahead and sign off for now. Thank you for joining me. And again, we will hopefully see you soon somewhere. Okay, have a great and wonderful rest of your day.